how's it going?
Good, how are you?
Cool, what's your name?
I'm Ed Davis. I'm the writer of Immortal Era.
Cool, what are you showing off here today at Long Beach Comic Expo?
I am debuting issue 2 of my comic Immortal Era for the first time. It's available for the first time this weekend.
Very cool.
Issue 1 came out last year. I ran a Kickstarter campaign for it, and this is the first day we have issue 2 available, so I'm excited to share it with people.
Okay, right here. Very nice. So explain what the comic story and the characters.
The basic premise of the story is, in the year 2000, there's a mysterious event that renders all of humanity immortal. Wow. But with their immortality doesn't come superpowers, so they can still age, they can still be hurt. One of my main characters is a decapitated head who has to live through all of it. He builds himself a flotation device and learns to function in the world. People can lose a limb, they can suffer from diseases, and nothing will actually kill anybody.
Wow, that's so cool. How'd you come up with this decapitated head? That's so unique.
I just thought I wanted something to really show, because people ask, well, what if this happens or what if that happens? I thought, I'm going to show you, you can lose every body part, be a head, and you're still going to survive through the world. So showing a decapitated head as a character who's surviving shows, yes, really, there is no death in this world.
I love it. All right, so here at Bionic Buzz, we're all about people's passion. Tell us where your passion for comic books kind of came from to make you want to get into the industry.
I think the passion for comic books came at a young age. My dad used to take me to a swap meet every weekend, and at this swap meet I could find trades of old comic books. And I remember finding the trade of Spider-Man, started with the Amazing Fantasy and then went through all of the different, I think, first 6 issues, and from that point I was hooked, and every weekend I had to go find another trade. So mostly it was Marvel. I was reading Avengers and things like that. Then I think my passion for comic book storytelling came when I started reading Alan Moore and Neil Gaiman when I was in high school, and I realized, you know what? You can tell a full story. You can basically tell a novel in the form of a comic book, and that I can take this story that I've been wanting to tell. I started writing it back in 1998, so it kind of feeds into the Y2K hysteria. So it has elements of that because I lived through it and thought, what if Y2K was way worse than they thought? So my story shows Y2K is way worse, and everybody thinks it'd be great to live forever. I want to show them that immortality definitely sucks. So the whole story is basically going to become a hero's quest where they're trying to bring death back into the world.
All right, let's give a shout out to the artist you work with.
My artist is Cezar Oliveira. He is from Brazil. These are some of his original pages. He still does everything with pencil and ink, so a traditional old school artist. And the books I grew up reading were all hand-drawn, so I love seeing that hand-drawn element, which you don't see as much anymore.
Very cool.
And then Viviana Spinelli is the colorist. When I was working with Cezar, he told me that he had a great colorist that I could work with, and I was really excited when I saw her work. I thought, she does such beautiful, vivid colors. I was really happy to get her and just have an amazing team that I love working with. And this issue is actually autographed by the entire team. So this book has traveled the world, signed by Cezar in Brazil, signed by Viviana in Italy. So
wow,
and
really
limited to 25 copies. So I told my daughters, this is like the Flat Ari edition instead of Flat Stanley, because it's a world traveler. It's gone around the globe and come back. So really excited to be able to get something with everybody's name on it.
I love it. All right, so where can people stay up to date, website, social media wise? Where you be selling it? Be more conventions?
I'll be at a lot of conventions. I have basically a convention a month all the way through July right now.
Nice.
Trying to book up more as fast as I can. If you go to Finish Line Comics on Facebook, on Instagram, and on Twitter, you can find updates there. And then on www.finishlinecomics.com, there's a web store that you can buy issue 1. Issue 2 is going to be going to Kickstarter, so the only way to buy it right now is going to be either at a con or through the Kickstarter. Once the Kickstarter closes, I'll start going through all the different comic shops that are in Southern California and trying to find the way to get the book on sale there. Golden Apple Comics, that's at the con today, they still have a few copies of issue 1 left. There's a comic shop, Sphinx Comics in Riverside has some copies available of issue 1. So there's a lot of comic shops, TC's Rockets in San Diego. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to start going to all the different comic shops and get everybody restocked on issue 1 that are sold out, and try to keep all the local comic shops stocked up on the comic book.
All right, well, thank you so much for taking time to talk to us.
All right, thank you.